I restarted it now.
I believe it's your play, Brent.
Okay. So with this army, so when you want to siege here, do you have like negative modifiers or something?
What would happen is in the event when I get the 3 siege points, then there would be a fight between the sieging army and the besieged army, in this case Marcellus and his 2 troops, because I would storm the walls and we would fight it out. A battle would ensue. We'd draw cards, play out the battle cards like we just did, and then depending on how that shakes out, it could affect the outcome of the siege. But that's what happens. You do I forget what it's called, assault or something like that. One thing we forgot to do, you lost 5 combat units in that battle, so you need to lose 2 PC markers.
Yeah, we seem to forget that, right?
That's an easy thing to forget. That's pretty common.
Yeah.
Did my explanation, Brent, of what happens if I siege that city make sense?
Yes. You've got to get to 3, and then we fight it out over who gets it.
You can attempt to relieve that fight where you would bring in another army, and and then you would get to use the combat forces inside the city walls along with the army that you're attacking me with. If you wanted, you could do that.
So if I send Varo to this battle, to this city, would that start a battle where Marcellus would also be in it?
Sorry guys, I have to interrupt you because I found the ruling on this, what you are discussing now. Please go to, I will give you the page immediately, page 25. And there's on 20.7, completing a siege, and you can read there what happens if a siege is successful, when an army is inside.
Oh, they're eliminated, and then any generals inside are displaced. You accumulate 3 strengths. Oh, okay. I thought there was a fight. I was wrong. So there
what's
you go.
The benefit of me even having them in there then?
Good question. See, I was
kind of just stuck there now.
I was thinking before that there was a fight afterwards. That's hence why it might have made sense to do what you did. They are indeed stuck. That was actually part of my plan.
Yeah, as soon as I did it, I realized he wants this.
May I say something towards this issue also?
Definitely.
Okay. Look, if you would have fought outside the walls with all your forces, there could have been the probability, and in actuality it happened, that you could have lost all the units, and he would still need to siege. Yeah. Forget what I wanted to say.
So yeah, you would have lost 7 units instead of 5, which means you would have lost an additional PC marker.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And Marcellus, both Marcellus and Nero would be displaced versus what they are now. When in theory you could relieve the siege with Varro. We should actually put Nero like upside down, something like that.
And sieging
am I right in saying
easy for the Carthaginians because they would have to use the white die, right? Or what is
correct? Yeah, sieging with Carthage is harder, exactly. So keeping them in there, they're safe in that spot, and it's going to be harder for me to see. You don't know what kind of cards I have, how many cards it's going to take me to do. You rolled really well with your siege that previous, you did it in a smart way with a campaign with Marcellus. Sieges typically don't go down. A city doesn't go down in one turn, typically. It usually takes 2 or 3. I've seen it take like 5 or 6, and it becomes really frustrating for the sieging player. But so they're trapped right now, or maybe they're tucked away in a nice, tidy, safe spot. Who knows? So I think we should play it as is, instead of trying to like retcon something personally.
Okay. I will do Allied Auxiliaries for the event. So that's a further 2. So this goes up to 6 on Varo. The Roman death stack. That'll be written in the history books.
All right. All set?
Yeah.
I will play Syracuse siege with Carthage, which means you immediately gain control of Syracuse. Any Roman units inside are eliminated. Syracuse is one of the key spots, so we'll flip that to the good guy's side. And that card is removed from play when it's played.
Good catch. Yeah. Last
Yeah,
time
we
I
forgot to
played
do
it.
that.
Yeah,
we forgot to do that.
We forgot this.
Yeah.
Not me and you, another guy. But
yeah, I do that often.
Yeah.
I will play Traitor in Terentium for the PC markers. And that's my turn.
I will play a 1 to flip the PC where Hannibal is located. Done.
Okay. What to do? I'll play opposing fleet breaks the siege. The PC marker. That's me.
I will play a 1 ops to flip the spot there. Done.
Forced march for the event. So Varo is going to go out. He can bring all 10, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Not a naval battle, but he can do a land.
Yes, yeah, land. 6 in Roma. Varo will go 1, 2, drop off a unit. 3, drop off a unit. 4. So he's going to lose 2 units. Boom and boom.
Fascinating, Captain.
It's all part of the plan.
Captain Interception Varro, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What you got there? You've got... Right, I will play a 1 ops to flip that flag.
Which one?
The one back here. So
Okay.
now that means Puglia, is that it? Puglia is now aligned with Carthage. Good
Traitors.
guys.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm gonna use this. Oh, it did come up. 1 ops to flip. Actually, I'll flip this one. And that's my turn.
Don't forget to do the switching or not.
Oh, yes. So,
Yep, thank you. All right. For my... I'm going to play Iberian Recruits as the event. Place 2 combat units with any friendly general located in a friendly controlled province of Iberia. I'm going to put those with Hasdrubal.
I don't think you can.
Why can't I? Province is whatever this place is.
Oh, right.
The overall area. The
Okay.
city isn't friendly controlled, but the province is.
Fair enough.
Right, that's basically just to counteract the impending winter attrition. All right, so which is now, I believe. Yes, that was our last card play, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we did our strategy. We do winter attrition. So let's do that now. So I'm at a 9 on the 9 column with Hasdrubal. The 7 to 9 column, rolling that. Got a 1, which is 1. Lose 1. Take that. Any other attrition? Hannibal's fine. You're fine. That's it for winter attrition. Isolation.
So this one up here.
Actually, this token here needs to do a winter attrition because he's on a enemy PC marker.
Okay.
80 dice.
Oh,
Nice.
come on.
Yeah, that's dice.
Oh.
So, murder, death, kill. DK.
Rip.
So those are all fine. This one can trace back to here.
Yeah, that's
that's the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for Carthage. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 for Rome. You need to lose 4 PC markers.
So 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So where was the third left? I didn't catch that. Sorry.
There was a bunch over here. Up in here. I saw it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Should we do our little chat with Alex after the turn? I think that's the end of the turn.
Okay.
You want to go first, Brent, or you want me?
I can go first.
All right.
Hello, Brent.
Hello. So that didn't go very well.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yes.
I was kind of concerned about that army in Iberia, but I didn't know the true threat of it.
Mm-hmm. What exactly? How did it? So what was the reason you underestimated the threat? Do you think?
Honestly, I don't know. I probably just I assumed he wouldn't attack. I think that's just it.
Okay.
Everything else, I think it's because he didn't start off with elephants there. I think his first turn was to move Mago there.
He moved
With the
Mago
elephants.
there first, yeah.
With the elephants, I kind of
Uh,
I assumed he would have moved Mago into Sicily
okay. Your
and then try
calculation
and convert there.
was that he would do this instead of Iberia, right? Okay.
Yeah, I assumed he wouldn't really go after Iberia, which of course was wrong. But I've still caused damage. I mean, he can only raise three combat units this reinforcement phase, so it's not totally wasted. And I still have the city, and
Mm-hmm. So what
I think
means what the consequence will be is that he lost one reinforcement unit right now because
he also lost some in the army. I think he lost
one because
two.
of the winter attrition, and he has on the reinforcement table he has not Carthage under his control, and that means he can't get one CU in Iberia for this.
Yeah.
And
so my general thoughts on that was could have gone far better. I think I just had bad cards really because I didn't have a 3 card to get Varo to Iberia. I would have 100% done that because at some point I did realize the threat, but I kind of just thought it's coming anyways. I might as well stay there and try and fortify.
Mm-hmm.
But the cards wouldn't allow it. I had no 3 ops cards with the ship symbol.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. You couldn't.
I do have a pretty big army in Italy.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm not too sure where to go with that. It depends on the consoles. If I have a good console, then things could change in Italy, and I might start going on the actual offensive in Italy rather than try and just maintain something, whatever I've got there.
Mm-hmm.
Not much.
Yeah.
And obviously the loss with the attrition, that was brutal. I was really sad. The chances of that were very low.
You recaptured Samnium, which was beforehand lost, right?
Yes. So I could have lost more PC markers.
Yeah, but losing 4 felt already brutal, right?
4 was already terrible, yeah. Definitely bad.
Yeah.
So that turn didn't go too well. He's definitely just running free in Italy, and that's kind of something I want to avoid. So depending on what consoles I get instead of Varo, if I get one that's maybe good at war, like a 3, then hopefully he could challenge Hannibal at least whittle him down a bit. Yeah. I'd like to take out some elephants, but the chances of that seem pretty low. What's the rules on elephants? Like how do I kill them? Is it just losses or?
Yeah, it's losses, and you can't actually you can't specify what to lose. It is built into the game system. It's with the attrition table. Only if he goes to this here. Do you see this attrition table?
Is it the elephants?
The last one where he would lose them, and it's built into the system. You can't pick the loss, which one he loses, right? So, or when he loses them, it's built into the system. You can't.
Okay.
It's not one of your actions, actually.
Okay. So yeah. Oh, I guess it's a short review.
What is your opinion on Syracuse stepping you in the back?
Well, if I'm correct, he now can land there easier because he's got that plus one circle, blue circle. So
yeah,
because they
actually you now mentioned something which I have to remind Scott, because do you see this? He would have to place the PC marker there. I will tell that, Scott.
Yeah, I've just noticed that as well.
Very good.
So it's pretty bad. I mean, he gets a free city, which is never good. He also gets a free region.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to like counter that anytime soon, unless I don't know, unless something drastic happens and I can, but I really doubt it. Not yet, at least. Once I think Hannibal is kept under control a bit, then maybe I could start focusing on Sicily, but not yet.
Okay.
Hannibal definitely is the number one threat, really.
Okay.
So I guess that's it.
We will see what kind of cards you will get, and then you will talk about that, I guess, right? And then you know more.
Yeah, because currently I don't really know. I mean, if I have a bad console again, I can only really put that on Rome or where Varo is currently. So if I get a bad one, I'll put it on Rome. He can just be the defender of Rome. Yeah. Or he can go out and try and capture some other provinces like Cisalpine. Gallia Cisalpine, maybe. But it's not looking bright. I'm not
to admit that.
It's not looking great. It was looking a lot better earlier. Maybe 2 turns ago. It was probably the first turn, I guess. The first turn was the best turn I've had so far.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move into general now.
Okay, I'm waiting for Scott here.
Hello,
Scott. Before you start, actually, he had a good point that you missed to put your PC marker on the Syracuse allied with Carthage area.
Yes.
Carthaginian naval movement, which will
Let's do that.
+1 for you.
Good call. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, that turned out to be pretty good for me. Other than it would have been better if he hadn't sacked Carthage or sieged Carthage. But I frankly wasn't that worried about it because I know it's so hard for Rome to get the forces over there and then maneuvering things. I think it was maybe a little too aggressive. Mm-hmm. But that'll actually eat away at reinforcements for me.
That's
because it's so hard. I mean, that's going to be one less reinforcement, so that's definitely a good thing for him. I am curious to see what he does with his proconsul, because if he keeps Marcellus, then I will probably intentionally keep some forces on that city just to keep Marcellus bottled up.
Okay.
Because Marcellus is my favorite of the non-Scipio Africanus generals, as you know. So if he can kind of eliminate him from the game in some sense, then I'll do it.
So one question though, will you remind him now again that he could change them, or do you think I told him he in the beginning that he could change them, and now he has to figure it out for himself that he could?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see what I do if I'm feeling generous.
Okay.
I like to think I've been generous so far. Obviously, the Syracuse sides with Rome is a huge card, and definitely because he's got no generals in that area.
Yeah.
And then this was actually a good play of his to get back Samnium. Yeah, I really thought about attacking with bringing Hannibal back up there, but I was like, all I had was ones. I have not been getting great hands. I had the campaign last time, which was pivotal to get Mago over there to reinforce, so I can't complain about that.
Okay.
But I only had 2 and a 3 after that. So once I attacked in New Carthage, I knew that army wasn't going to get moved because I was going to use the 3, which was the Syracuse size with with Carthage card.
Okay.
So I knew I was going to be taking attrition on that one. So he's still got a pretty good size of forces. As it always hinges in for Rome, what he gets for councils is going to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because if he can get Fabius, then that'll be his protect Rome guy, because he's going to get 5 troops. He's going to put all 5 in Rome, and if he can get Fabius, then great. If he doesn't get Fabius, and if he gets some bad generals, then I might seriously think about really trying to turn the screws on him. Odds are, though, I should probably keep Hannibal in the south to kind of lock up the south of Italy, threaten with Samnium, and then start poking at Sicily and Sardinia, Corsica. Maybe with Mago.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Keep Hasdrubal over in Italy or Iberia. So
I do have a technical question now,
Mhm.
because Mago is with Hasdrubal, right? And
Mhm.
he is on Carthago Nova, which is currently controlled by Rome. But is
Yeah.
it the case that the plus both of those blue?
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. We'd have to look that up.
Yeah.
So if I could get you to look that up, that'd be great.
I will
when
do
we're-
it then. I try to my best then.
But I had that same thought. Would I get to include the 2 blues? And if not, then I need to make a.
Yeah.
do I take a chance or what do I do?
I will put this on
so-
my to-do list now. Okay.
All right, thank you for that. Right.
But what is your overall perception of the current game state? So
I have the lead.
uh-huh.
It's gonna be turn 4. It's still 2 turns before Scipio Africanus. I need to start really pushing, I think, in some way to either whittle down it so that when Scipio Africanus comes, I've built up enough of a lead that I can hold him off.
Okay.
I think that's what I need to do. Or at the very least, probably when I say push, I mean like take maybe 2 more provinces.
Okay, that's okay.
So like Lucania should be an easy one. That's the one in the south, and then either Sicily or Sardinia, Corsica, or Samnia. Samnia is going to be hard to hold.
Yeah.
But he might, if he gets too aggressive and tries to retake all of Samnia, might be able to trap some of his armies in the north without going back to Rome. We'll see what happens there. Alrighty, I'm gonna drop here and go back.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's a difference in the
So
language.
Yeah.
I will stop the current recording and restart it once you. Okay.
I would like a short bathroom break if we could.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fine by me.
Okay.
2 minutes.
I'll take a break also.